Welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, home to the Ohio State Buckeyes, one of the great settings in sport, and man, this place is rocking today. And a rivalry like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools to play in games like this. As we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 12th ranked team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Buckeyes will kick this away to start us off. Bringing it out, it's Smith. Brought down to the 32, so good job by the returner there. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Trying to find room, it's Singleton. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Looking to throw, it's Aller. And he's got his man open downfield. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. And remember, the last time these teams met, it came right down to the wire.
Well, Chris, there's so many great rivalry games that we all look forward to every single year. But with these two teams, it just always seems to be a tight matchup.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Tackled inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
Finds that big tight end for a short pass. You make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Not much on that play, brought down short.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. To throw, it's Aller. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Here we go on 4th down. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the 1st down.
1st down here for this offense. And now the handoff.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Their first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
What is this?
They lose yards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 16. Offense looking to throw the ball. With the catch, it's Rodgers. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down, but instead he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Makes a quick grab. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Chris, 3rd and 4 is that gray area for a play caller. You could run it, might be a little bit risky, or you could throw it, especially with a quick slant. Gives you a much higher percentage of picking up the 1st down. A good route by the receiver and a good accurate throw by the quarterback for this 1st.
Second down play coming up for this offense. The shotgun running play call. And brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle. Well, Kirk, you played in plenty of rivalry games. How do they feel different from the others?
Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game you think about all year. You know, you're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills and some are two-a-days. Everything is focused on getting to this game and playing your very best.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. 3rd down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Running it back, it's Smith. And they'll be forced out of bounds after a small pickup on that return. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. On the last possession, they passed up on a field goal attempt, but got stopped on 4th down. What can they do here? In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, great job up front here getting this 1st down by this Penn State offense. And great combination over the years that we've seen in State College. The ability to run the football with an offensive line that can get that push and a big physical back to be able to pick up those yards, get those 1st downs.
On 1st down, they'll keep the running game churning.
Teams are getting more and more creative with how they run their counter plays. Gone are the days of everyone under center running the counter tray. Now you're seeing it modernized. We'll see how many different versions they'll run today.
Second down after that run on the previous play. To the air, it's Aller. Lets it go quickly. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break, but that ball's not intercepted.
The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
And I think the quarterback here forces the ball because it's 3rd down. He's got to be careful having the ball on his own side of the field. That ball was almost picked off.
He'll aim it toward the sideline. Solid punt. And the punt heads out of bounds, taking the dangerous returner out of play here. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He gets loose. Tackled after a solid gain. It's enough for a first down, and that should wrap up the first quarter of play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Running back grabs it on a screen. Defense makes the tackle, but that screen produces a pretty solid gain.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback, and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here, they get some positive yards.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s. And, of course, most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So many great receivers, and it's been fun to watch this young man today.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Defense looking for back-to-back sacks. 3rd down now. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Using his legs on the scramble. Oh, the football comes out. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
Chris, anytime a quarterback starts to take off and scramble, the defense is alert to try to get to him and dislodge that football. He gets some positive yards, but he doesn't take care of the ball and secure it, and they're able to knock it away.
It's a toss to the left side. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
But the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Short connection to the tight end here. Hard running through a tackle. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is you leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. Right flat's open. The quarterback makes the right throw. And look at these yards.
And looking to throw now on first down. And he lofts one deep over the middle. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. If you get the right guy in that slot that can win the one-on-one matchups, you take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now to the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Returner trying to create good field position. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15th. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. The last possession ended in a fumble, and that set up a touchdown. So they got to bounce back. Looking to make a play deep downfield. That ball's incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Well, it's an incompletion here, and I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Quarterback operating an empty set. They look to throw it here on second down. He's running out of time. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And the defense joins the party with a score. That's a scoop and score. Defense making a monster play there.
Well, his eyes must have gotten so big when he saw that ball pop out, a chance to pounce on it, and instead of doing it the more conservative way and just falling on it, he decides to take it to the house for a touchdown, something he'll remember for the rest of his career.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. No surprise they're in a hole here. They've given the football away in each of the last two possessions. A pop pass on the jet sweep. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Penn State. And a pick six, a monster play by this defense here, Kurt.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving in some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more.
That makes the score Penn State 21, Ohio State 0.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick six last time out here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's looking deep here. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. Extending the play now. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
That's a design quarterback keeper. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal was obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
4th down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Can't connect on the long throw. Incomplete. A 4th down stop.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. First down, looking to throw the ball. The freshman's able to get home with a sack.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
2nd down now after the sack. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. So that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. Offense moving into a bunch formation. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Brown. Completion, that's about 9 yards. Not enough in the first, and it's 4th down. It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. This will be a 46-yard attempt. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. This one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup at intermission, but in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. He's moving out of the pocket. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
That ball just seemed to sail on. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Empty set now. 5 wide receivers. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He's going to take off here. Breaks loose at the 40. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Got it.
2nd down after the incompletion. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Caught quickly. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. 2nd down play now coming up.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
Okay, ready.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down.
29 Philly. 2-9 ready.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Well, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there. Had great protection. The receiver ran a nice route. Just not able to convert there on that 3rd down. Let's see what their decision is on 4th down.
4th and 10 after 3 straight incompletions. Can they connect this time? From the shotgun, drops back. Quick throw over the middle. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big 4th down stop.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a 1st down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. This offense has been clicking so far, but they get aggressive, go for more before halftime. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Penn State 24, Ohio
The Nittany Lions will kick this away to begin the second half. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
After a 1st down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 23. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And he's hit just before the throw. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Rifles this football to the left. And it's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
They're 0 for 2 on previous 4th down attempts. We'll see if the 3rd time is a charm. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Lets it fly to the wideout. And it's incomplete on 4th down. The offense will now take over in plus territory.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
There's the handoff. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
The Nittany Lions are in the red zone. And the running back takes the handoff. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
That gain sets up a 3rd down play. Try and muscle for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
Bulldozing his way through. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
Well, that is a nice job here by the fullback. And let's give credit to the offensive line as well. Because when you're going up against that 3-4 look from the defense, the job of the defensive line is just to hold that offensive line off of the linebackers and free them up to make a tackle. But on that play,
touchdown, Nittany Lions. To stretch the lead, the route is on. Well, the energy really building now, Kirk. If they're not careful, this could get ugly.
Chris, this offense has been impressive the entire game. And one of the great things about rivalry games is you'll never forget this kind of performance.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Penn State 31, Ohio State 0.
That one sails out of the back of the end zone with the touchback. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. Can they bounce back here? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Play action fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. He's moving out of the pocket. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. Using his legs, it's Singleton. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Toss play, running right. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out in the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense of slowing them down.
So here we go, 3rd down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. They're going to run the option. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. He missed it. Misfire there, but this has been a thoroughly dominating performance.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
Testing the right side here. Finds room at the 30. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And just like that, in one play, they've moved to the scoring position at the 23. First and 10 play coming up. They're going to run it. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Now the important point after attempt. Kick is good, and the kicker got clobbered. Flags all over the field. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Now they get set to kick it away.
Set to kick off.
Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short pass finds the tight end. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a 1st down.
Gain moves the ball to the 40. It'll be 1st down. Send the back in motion. Looking downfield. It's Allen. Receiver makes the grab, and he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
A couple things that really stood out to me here, Chris, on this nice play by the corner. Awareness to be able to see the wide receiver screen, and then the willingness to get involved in run support and make the tackle. Great play.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's brought down out at the 46.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Singleton. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that 1st down yardage.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the 2nd half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
On the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Looking to throw. It's Aller. Fires it to the wideout. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Interesting call here, Chris, to throw the ball on 3rd and short. Unable to come up with a 1st down. Now here at 4th down, you got a big decision to make. Do you kick the field goal just to add to the lead, or maybe go for this here with a chance to drop the hammer?
And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And they add to their lead.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
He'll call for the fair catch here. powerful Ohio State offense onto the field.
29 Philly. 2-9.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Running out of time in the pocket. They scramble and scramble. Doesn't get the ball away and is finally dropped for a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
So from the 16-yard line, it's now 2nd and long. And he drops back in the gun. The pass rush closing in. Able to throw it away. He felt the heavy pressure, took a hit, but got rid of the football.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earholed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice.
Here we go.
Trying for a 4th down completion. And they've got him a sack to end the drive. What a play by this defense.
It's just not a smart decision, in my opinion, here to go for it on 4th down. And, Chris, I know we're kind of in this era now of analytics and when to go for it, when not to. People are aggressive by nature, but to go for it inside your own 20-yard line, the defense lined up, did what they had to do. They get the ball, and look at the field position that they have.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
But these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Looking to score with a run to the right. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
But they get stopped here on 2nd down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal situation. And from this far back out, wouldn't be surprised to see them go through the air. Just don't want the quarterback to take a sack here. Make sure he gets the ball out of his hands quickly.
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. He's swarmed by the defense.
What a stop by this defense here on 3rd down and goal. They've been put in a very tough situation. In 3 straight plays, they've stepped up. Now, a big decision for the head coach for the offense. What is he going to do here after those 3 plays? Is he still going to try to get this touchdown?
So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it in 4th down in their territory and got stopped. Quick throw to his receiver, who makes the grab. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yards to set up a fresh set of downs.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
Nice grab. It's Rodgers. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a 1st down. The RPO caught to the right. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, 4th quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a 1st down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Looking for the wide out. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Looking to throw again. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Oh, and another incompletion.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Tries to get it to the running back. And it falls incomplete. A turnover on downs. Big play for this defense.
What a great job by this defense, really all game long. It's very fitting. Here we are now in the 4th quarter on a 4th down play. They step up yet again. Now you give the ball to your own offense, you work that clock, and you seal victory.
And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Christie. Play that goes in the wrong direction. Seems like everything they've called has worked out, whether it's on the ground or through the air. And this time the defense steps up and makes a play.
Here's the handoff. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
He's tackled on the play at the 21-yard line. 3rd down coming.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Hands off to the left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And they don't block the defensive end. He shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented.
Oh, the ball comes loose. And the ball will bounce out of bounds, so they avoid the turnover.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Last time the defense got a big 4th down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Bringing pressure. He's looking to scramble. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the 1st down marker.
Boy, he was close to getting to that corner and picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
Here's the 2nd down play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Running back has it on a screen now. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers. He stopped short of the 1st down.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
3rd down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's 3rd down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. And he pulls in the catch. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. The Buckeyes will have 1st and 10 here. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
Defense is coming after him. And the pressure gets to him again.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to get anything going to be able to try to compete in this game. They're down big, and now they're just hoping for that clock to run out.
That's reeled in. It's Smith. Goes out of bounds after an excellent run, but not enough to pick up the first down.
Well, we just have not seen a lot of this today at all from this offense, but they'll take it. Big positive play here. Game is out of reach. They're still just trying to put up any yardage that they can to help build their confidence for next week.
4th down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Brought down to the 27. It's a 1st down. This offense really threatening now. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play and trying to preserve as much clock as possible. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Across the 40. Inside the 20.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. There might not be a sweeter feeling in college football if you walk off the field knowing that you have taken care of business and beaten a rival.
Nothing better than that. That's one of the feelings that you'll never forget. For everyone in this program who supports this team and played on that football field, they'll never forget this win. A well-earned victory and bragging rights until they play again.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.